and this is the astrological forecast for the sign of Sagittarius for the whole of 2017. So, the bad news is that Saturn's in your sign for 50 weeks of the next 52. The good news is that Saturn's in your sign for 50 weeks of the next 52. You can deal with Saturn in two ways, you know. You can bitch, complain and moan about how hard your life is, how alone you are, how unsupported you feel, how tired you are, how hard you're working and how unappreciated you feel. But all that will do is make you feel more and more isolated and lead to low self-esteem. Or you can get stuck in and you can do everything the hard way and take 3 steps forward and 2 steps back and not take any shortcuts and do everything slowly, gradually and properly. And this will lead to long-term stability and probable long-term success as well. So it's up to you. You can do it the easy way or you can do it the hard way. It's not going to be easy whatever you do, but it's better to plan for the long-term future rather than bitch and moan about how hard your short-term life is. Neptune's also going to be hitting a few of you quite hard. So I can't tell you at all that this is going to be the easiest year of your life by a long way. It's not, especially with Saturn in your sign. But there are some nice things happening as well. So it's not going to be that difficult a year. For most of you, this is going to be a year where you will have to work hard. But if you do it, you'll probably end up finding that you're slowly becoming more and more solid, stable, down to earth and grounded, and you're putting in place roots and foundations for the long-term future. Commitment is a swear word to many Sagittarians. But 2017, I think, is the year where commitment to oneself, to do one's best, to be the best that one can, is actually a really good thing. And I don't see a problem with that. What's the problem with this? There isn't one. So you're judge, jury and executioner of yourself. But as long as you're working hard and as long as you're being disciplined and bringing a degree of structure into your life, this should be a good year. Now, certain people are going to be getting hammered. Not by Pluto. Pluto's in the next door sign of Capricorn and he's not going to be touching you, I'm delighted to say. But Neptune is. Neptune in Pisces is going to be squaring the Sun of those of you born from the 3rd to the 6th of December, maybe the 5th, maybe the 4th to the 5th, maybe the 3rd and the 6th as well. But these are the people with whom you may well find that as you get into 2017, so there's elements of fatigue, weariness, tiredness and confusion. Now this is not to be mixed up with illness, disease or infection because we're not looking at that. We are looking, however, at fatigue. So if you're one of these people, you might benefit from going to bed 10 minutes earlier each night and getting up 5 minutes later. And you'll find that saunas work better than baths and baths work better than showers. And that this is not a good year for doing marathons or pumping iron. It is a good year for doing things like swimming, Tai Chi, Qigong, yoga, Pilates, becoming more aesthetic, subtle, artistic and even quasi-spiritual, but not for exerting oneself. Fatigue is a big word for many of you this coming year. Saturn is going to be directly challenging those of you born from the 13th, to the 20th of December for most of the year. And then he's going to affect those of you born from the 19th, 20th, 21st of December for a short, sharp period of time around late November, early December. And in all of these cases, those people born from the 13th of December onwards can expect this year to be challenging. But if you put the work in and you build the structures accordingly, you will set yourself up for at least the next 7 years, if not the next 29. So do it the hard way, take your time, slow, steady, gradual effort, and you will reap long-term success in years to come. Uranus is actually bringing some very positive change into a few of your lives, and those of you born from the 16th to the 20th of December, you should find that the period from April onwards does bring opportunities for you to not so much grow and expand, but to revolutionise what you've already got and transform it into something far more effective and efficient. A blend of Saturn and Uranus is going to be bringing discipline, hard work, but also innovation and novelty into your lives. And this is also going to be affecting the lives of those of you born from the 13th to the 15th of December, between January and March. So I'm quite liking what Uranus is doing, especially to those later Sagittarians. Not all of you, but some of you are going to really benefit from this. Jupiter is going to be positively affecting those of you born from the 5th of December onwards, right the way through the majority of this year, until he changes sign in mid-October. So there are going to be windows of opportunity for a much more improved social life for many of you, particularly in terms of the larger group and collective community. The Sagittarius full moon is going to be on I think it's the 9th of June this year, and the new moon in Sagittarius will be on the 18th of December this year. Mars is not going to be visiting you during 2017. Venus will be with you from the 1st through to the 25th of December. Mercury is going to be with you from the 4th through to the 12th of January, briefly during its retrograde thing, and then it's not going to visit you again until the end of the year. But Mercury will enter Sagittarius on the 5th of November, and then it will stay there until the end of the year. And it is going to be doing a big Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius over the first 3 weeks of December, which is going to be affecting all of you, but especially those Sagittarians born from the 6th of December onwards. It does seem that those Saggis born before the 4th of December are getting the best of this year, simply because there's no new gravity or pressure and you should have an easier year. But for all of you, Saturn's still around. He's leaving in mid-December. Cause for a party then. Big thank you to all those Sagittarians who have helped me over this last year, particularly in terms of donations. It's people like you who keep people like me going, and because of that I will continue to put out as much free astrology into the world as I possibly can, and I look forward to dealing with all of you over the coming year. Thanks. Bye.